So these are the Houcks. This is the Houck family, and we're here today to introduce them to you. We have a fundraising objective. We're trying to raise some money so that Liam here can get a new kidney, and that's a very expensive process. So let me introduce you. This is Reed. This is Liam's dad, and this is Vanessa. And they live here in Ramona, California, and they are shoppers here at Ramona Family Naturals, and that's how we've gotten to know them, and we fell in love with them and their little boy here. And so we're introducing them to the rest of you so you can get to know them. And you can see Liam is very vocal right now. So Liam, tell me about yourself. How did your parents meet? That's just so we can get to know them. How did you guys meet?
Well, we were in pilot training. I was stationed in Corpus Christi, Texas, and Vanessa was stationed in Del Rio, Texas.
When did you guys get married?
What year? Well, we actually got married in Point Loma, down in San Diego, September 13th of 2008.
Cool. Great. So then we have Liam. And Liam had some problems during pregnancy, right? You guys noticed some problems. You were telling me that the amniotic sac wasn't filling, and that he was diagnosed with, at that point they diagnosed him with prune belly or a kidney failure problem?
No, actually it was later, but they knew something was going on with his bladder, and it was retaining all the fluid, and so they performed a surgery to put a shunt in his bladder so that it would drain out into the amniotic sac, and that allowed his lungs to develop and his heart to get pressure taken off of it so that it wouldn't stop, and pretty much saved his life.
That's great. And he still has that shunt right now?
No.
No. Okay.
It came out right after he was born.
Right after he was born. Okay. Do you still have to drain his bladder that way? No.
Okay.
What? So he's been diagnosed with prune belly syndrome. Can you tell me what that is?
It's they don't know what causes it. There are theories, but basically there are things that go with it, like bladder issues, kidney issues, sometimes lung and heart issues, musculoskeletal issues, and he's been pretty lucky. He's been kind of in the middle for everything, except his kidneys have been severe, and they don't know if the bladder damaged them or if they just have always had issues. It seems more like the bladder got backed up because of the kidneys, because one of them's not properly developed. It's only a quarter the size that it should be, and the other one is just full of cysts, and it doesn't probably work at all. So
what percentage are you thinking it's functioning right now?
Right now it's at 5%. He was born at about 30%.
So it's declining rapidly.
Yeah.
That's not good. How much will the surgery cost? So we've already established that he needs a kidney transplant. He's only at 5% right now. He was born with 30% functional. He's down to 5%. That's clearly going in the wrong direction. He's 16 months old, so that's a fairly rapid decline. And I saw on one of the other interviews that you did recently that children diagnosed with prune bellies typically have a 20% survival rate at the age of 2. By the time they only 20% reach the age of 2. So
30% are stillborn or die shortly after. 20% don't make 2 years old, and the other 50% have kind of varying degrees of survivability depending on how bad everything is.
So tell me about the day-to-day care for Liam right now. What is it involved currently?
Well, he can't eat at all because of the kidney failure, so he has to be fed every 3 hours through a feeding tube in his stomach, and he also can't absorb it very fast, so it has to be over an hour. And it's every 3 hours to keep him hydrated. Because of the kidneys, he can get dehydrated really fast, and it can damage them even more. And then probably the biggest thing is dialysis for 12 hours every night. That's what's keeping him going. He He needs physical therapy because he's delayed, so it's helping him catch up. lots of medications every day, a shot once a week. What else? I'm just going to all his
He gets a
appointments.
shot once a week?
Yeah.
So tell me what he eats right now. You said he can't eat regular food. He eats
he
breast milk, you said.
gets donor breast milk pumped into his feeding tube. He can't tolerate anything else. We've tried everything. We've tried different formulas and different calorie.
When you say you can't tolerate, what does
enhancers.
that mean? You can't tolerate it?
He loses weight. He throws up a lot. And
Why is it important for him not to lose weight right now?
every ounce counts towards getting big enough to get a kidney transplant. He has to be 10 kilos, and every time he starts losing weight, it's
Yeah, I can
further
understand.
that he'll get from that day.
How close is he to 10 kilos right now?
Very close. He's 9.3.
Oh. You know, it's funny watching him that it's hard to be frustrated with him when you realize these are just precious little moments to his life. And that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he really gives a positive perspective to it all.
Yes, he
It's hard to
does.
feel bad when he's so happy.
Yeah, no, you gotta love it. When he was ripping my lips off the other day, I was just thinking, this is wonderful. So we had some baby adjustments here, so Liam's happier again. So Reed, tell me, what's your current financial burden with dealing with the transplant?
Well, currently medical costs are running around $6,000 a month, and that's, you know, just happens to be what isn't covered by our insurance provider. And what additional costs might arise, we just don't know yet. But we know we're kind of stuck where we're at on a monthly basis for probably the next 10 months with what's going on with these current costs.
So I saw the objective was $50,000. To me, for 10 months, if you're running almost $6,000 a month, that's much more than the neighborhood around $60,000 and higher for any unforeseen things. So that's just for me personally to make a mental note that our objective is more than $50,000.
Right.
So we'll try and help with that. So can you explain why this isn't 100% covered?
Well, yeah, you know, there isn't really an insurance provider that will ever cover everything 100%. And for a major catastrophic condition like what Liam has, you can only, you know, get what they approve, and everything else that they don't approve but still required to keep him healthy becomes the parent's responsibility. And, you know, we're never going to deny our son the medications the doctors recommend to keep him healthy. So that's really where we stand with our current situation.
Okay, look at the camera. Listen, Ramona, there's almost 50,000 people living here in Ramona. If each one of us gave $1 one time, that's their goal right now. Many of you have already donated, but if you haven't, you know, come together, come in, drop $1 in the box here at the store. We're going to have other boxes around town. Go out to COTA website, COTAForLiamH.com.
My wife and I, on behalf of Liam, would like to thank everyone in the community that stepped up to help Liam reach this goal to get to transplant. And anyone that is considering on donating their kidney to Liam's cause would be greatly appreciated. So again, thank you very much for everything you've done, and thank you to Ramona Family Naturals for being the community small business that spearheaded our fundraising efforts.
Thank you.